Hey there, lovely moms. Welcome back. Today's video is full of little secrets that will make your busy days at home so much lighter and happier. You know, life after having kids is both beautiful and a bit chaotic. Before children, it only took 10 minutes to tidy up the house. But after becoming a mom, 10 minutes is all it takes for the house to look like a mini battlefield. From the moment we wake up to the minute we go to bed, there's always something to wipe, fold, or pick up. Everything changes: our sleep, our habits, even our meals. Many of us have looked around and wondered, didn't I just clean this place 5 minutes ago? I used to think I was a tidy person until my little one started crawling, pulling everything within reach, from tissues to TV remotes. But don't worry, mama, I've been there. In this video, I'll share simple real-life tips that helped me keep my home warm, organized, and peaceful without losing my mind. Stay with me till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the channel for more helpful home and mom life tips. Every mom deserves a little ease. Becoming a mother for the first time is a whirlwind of emotions, and I still remember those first days vividly. I had just paused my career to stay home with my newborn, and suddenly the world I knew, structured schedules, work, deadlines. Quiet evenings felt like a distant memory. Nights blurred into days, and every small cry made my heart race with worry. I wasn't just learning how to care for a tiny human. I was learning a completely new rhythm of life, one that demanded patience, intuition, and endless energy. I know many of you watching this feel the same, a mix of feelings. You wonder if you're doing enough, if you're coping well, if your baby will be happy and healthy. Trust me, I feel that with you. The sleepless nights, the spills, the chaos, they feel heavy. And sometimes it seems like the world expects you to handle it all perfectly. But then as your little one grows, begins to smile, crawl, and finally thrive, all those worries slowly dissolve. Looking at your child healthy, joyful, and full of life, every bit of effort, every anxious moment suddenly feels worth it, even beautiful. Now let's dive into our first tip: safe zones and chaos zones. Once my little one arrived, my living room turned into a sea of blocks, stuffed animals, and crayons faster than I could say tidy up. At first, I tried to fight it, picking up toys every hour, sighing each time I saw a new mess. But soon I realized something: freeing a home with kids will never stay spotless everywhere, and that's perfectly okay. One day, I drew an invisible line in my home. The bedroom and kitchen became my clean zones, places where I could breathe and recharge. The living room, on the other hand, turned into what I fondly call our chaos zone, where my child could play, explore, and make joyful messes. I added a soft foam mat, a few toy baskets, and a rules: we can play anywhere here, but at the end of the day, everything goes back in the box. It sounds simple, but it changed everything. Suddenly, I didn't feel defeated by clutter. I no longer spent every evening cleaning the same toys over and over. Instead, I had more energy to sit on the floor, laugh, and actually enjoy those little moments with my child. Many moms I've spoken to share the same discovery: when you stop trying to control the entire house, you gain back not just time, but peace. Your home becomes more joyful, more human. Because being a good mom isn't about keeping a perfect house. It's about creating a space where both you and your child can live, breathe, and grow happily. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to check out my brand new video dropping tomorrow, all about a fresh approach to decluttering your home. You won't want to miss it. It's packed with practical tips everyone will need. I embraced the idea of designated zones. I realized that sometimes even within those zones, mess can sneak up quickly. That's when I discovered a simple trick that saves both time and sanity. Next, we move on to a lifesaver for busy moms: the basket trick. I'll show you how a simple basket can instantly restore order and calm even in the messiest rooms. After countless afternoons chasing a toddler who seemed to produce mess faster than I could clean it, I learned a humbling truth. Sometimes it's not about perfect order, it's about smart, temporary solutions that keep you sane. That's when I discovered what I lovingly call my chaos rescue basket. Here's the trick: I keep one large basket on every floor, sometimes even one in each room. Whenever the house starts to look like a mini battlefield, snack crumbs on the sofa, socks under the table, crayons on the floor, I don't stress. I just grab the basket and toss everything in. In less than a minute, the room looks fresh and welcoming again. It's a lifesaver when guests show up unexpectedly and you don't have time to do a full cleanup. Then once the baby's asleep, or when I have a quiet moment the next day, I go through the basket and sort things properly. It's a small routine that keeps chaos under control and helps me avoid the guilt of I should have cleaned earlier. My favorite part, I choose baskets with lids and neutral tones. Beige, soft gray, or woven straw. They blend beautifully into any decor, adding warmth and texture to the room. No one would guess that inside lies a day's worth of baby socks, snack wrappers, and random toys. This simple habit reminds me that keeping a tidy home with children isn't about perfection. It's about flexibility, quick thinking, and a touch of creativity. We all deserve a space that feels calm, even if there's a little organized chaos hiding inside a pretty basket. While the basket helps keep things looking tidy in a flash, I soon realized that some moments require an even faster solution, especially when a diaper emergency strikes in the middle of playtime. Up next, let's explore the mobile diaper station. This small, portable setup changed my daily routine. It felt like every time I finally sat down with my coffee, I'd hear that familiar sound squish. And there I was again, sprinting to grab wipes, cream, and a fresh diaper from the nursery. Until one day, I thought, why not bring the nursery to me? That's when I created what I call my mobile diaper station. It's simply a small basket filled with all the diaper essentials: diapers, wet wipes, cotton pads, baby lotion, and cream. I keep one basket near wherever my baby spends the most time, sometimes beside the sofa in the living room, sometimes next to the playmat. That way, when accidents happen, and they will, I can handle it in seconds without breaking a sweat or interrupting playtime. It might sound simple, but this one change transformed my daily routine. I no longer have to juggle a crying baby while frantically searching for supplies in another room. The whole process feels calmer, even cozy. I often hum to my baby as I change them right there in the soft morning light of our living room. My little tip: prepare 2 baskets, one fixed in the nursery and another portable one that can move wherever you are. Choose a lightweight container with compartments. It makes you feel like a pro, multitasking mom, even on chaotic days. Because let's be honest, motherhood is messy, unpredictable, and full of tiny emergencies. But with small systems like this, we can turn the chaos into moments of calm and connection. Having all the essentials within arm's reach was a lifesaver, but I noticed that no amount of baskets could fully ease the clutter from too many toys and tiny clothes. Now let's talk about fewer baby clothes and toys. I thought loving my baby meant buying everything. Tiny shoes, matching hats, colorful toys, you name it. I had it. My living room looked like a toy store exploded. Every corner had something cute but necessary. But over time, I realized the truth. The more things we owned, the more overwhelmed I felt. Every sock, every stuffed animal seemed to whisper, "Clean me, sort me, organize me." That's when I began embracing what I now call my less is more mom rule. Once a month, I take a slow morning, often when my baby naps, to go through their clothes, toys, and accessories. I make 3 piles: keep, donate, and store. Anything that no longer fits, I fold neatly and give away to another family. Those maybe later items go into a labeled storage bag for when my baby grows a little bigger. It's simple, but it changed everything. For daily life, I only keep 5 to 6 comfortable outfits that my baby wears regularly. It makes laundry lighter, folding faster, and mornings easier. No more searching through endless drawers. And the funny thing is, my baby doesn't miss the extra clothes or toys, but I definitely notice the difference in peace and space. Now when I buy new items, I'm more intentional. I choose fabrics that stretch well or sizes slightly larger so they last longer. I also remind myself that babies don't need perfection, they need presence. Having fewer things means I have more time to sit on the floor and play, to breathe, to rest. Motherhood is already full of chaos, but when you let go of the extra clutter, you make space not just in your home, but in your heart. Once I embraced less is more, I could focus on small, consistent actions instead of feeling overwhelmed. Moving on, here's my 2-minute cleaning habit. I'll share a simple rule that keeps tiny messes from piling up, making daily life lighter and more manageable for busy moms. I started living by one simple rule that completely changed how I manage my home: the 2-minute rule. The idea is beautifully simple. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it right away. Wipe that milk spill, rinse the bottle, fold the blanket, pick up the toy your baby just threw. These tiny actions seem meaningless at the moment, but they prevent chaos from piling up later. I used to ignore small tasks, thinking I'd handle them when I have time. But as every mom knows, that moment rarely comes. I still remember one day when my baby had just fallen asleep and I faced a mountain of dirty bottles and sticky counters. It hit me those little tasks I postponed all morning had turned into a huge mess. Since then, I've trained myself to act in the moment. Now if I spill something, I clean it right away. If I see toys on the floor, I gather them before walking away. 2 minutes now saves me 20 later, and it feels surprisingly empowering. To make it fun, I even stick small notes around the house saying, just 2 minutes, one on the fridge, another by the sink. It's like a gentle reminder from a friend reminding me that small steps still count. This simple rule doesn't just keep the house tidy, it gives you mental clarity. Because when little things stay under control, your mind feels calmer, lighter, and ready to focus on what truly matters, your child's laughter, not the laundry pile. The 2-minute rule works wonders throughout the day, but there's a special magic in nap time. If you approach it smartly, even a few quiet moments can make a big difference without exhausting yourself. Next, let's dive into smart cleaning while baby sleeps. It is my secret. When my baby was just a few months old, I used to wait for her nap time, like it was my one golden hour of freedom, and then I would rush to do everything. Wash the dishes, fold the laundry, vacuum, mop, scrub the counters. By the time she woke up, I was exhausted and frustrated. One day, as I sat on the floor, surrounded by half-folded clothes, I realized something important: trying to clean the entire house in one nap is the fastest way to burn out. Now I follow a much gentler rhythm, what I call smart cleaning while the baby sleeps. Instead of tackling everything, I choose one simple task. Maybe it's wiping down the kitchen table, rinsing a few bottles, or sweeping a small area of the floor. These are quiet jobs that don't wake the baby and don't leave me drained. The magic lies in small progress that adds up over time and keeps your mind calm instead of cluttered. A friend once told me, when I stopped trying to do it all, I actually felt more in control. And it's true. The goal isn't perfection, it's peace of mind. Sometimes your best cleaning during nap time is actually resting. Taking a short nap yourself can make you more patient and productive later, far more than forcing yourself to scrub the whole house. So now whenever my baby naps, I take a deep breath, look around, and pick just one thing to do, something that will make the space and my mood a little better. Maybe that's wiping the counters, maybe that's sipping coffee in peace. Either way, it's progress, and that's enough. Nap time is perfect for small tasks, but the real game changer came when I added a simple end-of-day routine. Just 5 minutes before bedtime can completely reset the house and your mind. Now it's time for the 5-minute night clean tip. It makes a real change in my life. I used to collapse on the couch right after putting my baby to bed, telling myself I'd deal with the mess tomorrow. But tomorrow always came with chaos breakfast. Crumbs, toys scattered on the floor, and that heavy morning feeling of starting the day already behind. Then I discovered my favorite habit, the 5-minute night cleanup. Just 5 minutes before going to bed. No more, no less. I turn on a cheerful song that lasts exactly 5 minutes and challenge myself to tidy up before it ends. I pick up toys, toss small trash, fold a blanket, or wipe the table. By the time the song finishes, the space looks calmer and I feel surprisingly accomplished. It's a small act, but it changes everything. Waking up to a tidy room gives you a sense of peace, like the day has already started on the right note. One mom I know calls it her reset moment, a way to clear not only the house, but also her mind. In my home, this has even become a family ritual. My husband and I do it together, just 5 minutes of teamwork before bed. It's quick, it's light, and it's oddly satisfying. The next morning, when sunlight touches the clean surfaces, I always smile and think those 5 minutes were worth it. And finally, let's explore teaching your child to help early. I'll share how turning cleaning into a fun game teaches responsibility and brings the whole family together. Children love to copy what we do, especially when we're not trying to teach them. One day, while I was sweeping the floor, my son toddled over with his tiny toy broom and started sweeping beside me. That moment made me realize something simple yet powerful. Cleaning can be a shared activity, not just another task on my endless to-do list. Instead of seeing cleaning as a burden, I began turning it into a game. I'd put on happy music, smile, and say, "Let's see who can pick up the most blocks before the song ends." He laughed, ran around, and before I knew it, the toys were in the box, and he was proud of himself. It wasn't perfect, of course. Sometimes he'd throw more toys out than in, but that's part of the fun. The key is not perfection, it's participation. Even the smallest children can learn simple habits, throwing their used wipes in a small bin, putting their shoes by the door, or helping carry a clean towel to the laundry basket. At first, you'll guide them step by step, but soon they'll start doing it naturally because they feel involved, trusted, and capable. I've noticed that when my child helps, he also learns responsibility and gratitude. The house might not look spotless every time, but it's full of love and teamwork. And that, I believe, is what a happy home truly means, not a place that's always tidy, but one where everyone contributes in their own little way. Having a tidy home doesn't mean achieving perfection. It's about living with flexibility. A home with little children is filled with laughter toys scattered everywhere, and what I like to call lovable chaos. Remember, a house doesn't need to look flawless. What truly matters is that you feel at peace in your own space. Tidying up is not a duty, it's an act of self-love. Every small effort to organize every moment spent creating order is also a gift to yourself. A clean home is beautiful, yes, but a home where a mother is happy and relaxed is truly warm and welcoming. If you want to explore more practical ways to refresh your space, don't miss my video on a fresh approach to decluttering your home. It's packed with life-changing tips you simply can't afford to skip. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a home that feels calm, light, and inviting every single day.